This is the most satanic music video I have ever seen.
I'm usually pretty curious. I've stopped being curious about this because I don't want to know anymore.
There's gonna be a zombie apocalypse in the coming years.
Did you guys get that little news clip from President Biden when he was in Texas referring to the roofs?
Yeah. Areas that are burned to the ground.
Hello guys, welcome back. Tonight we're reacting to some creepy TikTok videos that will make you rethink reality. So if you guys are ready, check these out.
Did you guys get that little news clip from President Biden when he was in Texas referring to the roofs?
Yeah. Areas that are burned to the ground. You'll see in the midst of 20 homes that are just totally destroyed, one home sitting there because it had the right roof on it.
There's like a sheriff in the background who just kind of did like one of these like...
Why would he even say anything like that?
I don't know.
Why would you say anything about roofs?
Maybe Joe Biden watches our podcast.
Joe, thank you. He was probably our 1 million subscriber.
Playing devil's advocate, though, what else could that possibly mean?
I don't know. Maybe they have
Flame
designs.
retarded?
Yeah, that it's like fireproof.
Fireproof. Kirk Cameron's house.
Cameron.
Thank God.
He is fireproof.
Yes, he is.
I thought that was weird.
They had to stop letting him get on the mic because that makes absolutely no sense as to why he would just come out and say that about those houses. He definitely has information that we don't have.
This is the most satanic music video I have ever seen. I don't know what Justin Timberlake is up to, but this is dark. And I hope this is not being filmed inside of a church, because once he enters this building, we find out that this is some secret party, and he is quickly greeted with his alter ego. As he watches over him, we are then greeted with the devil herself, who invites him to come dance. He then starts to raise her up, but then it gets dark very quickly. She scratches his face, which represents the possession, and everyone on the dance floor turns into demons. Him and his alter ego then make eye contact with each other like, "What have you just done?" And then the devil arises. She spreads her wings, looks at him right in the face, and all the other demons worship her. She then drops this black liquid from her mouth onto him, and then this is where things just get wild. Everyone then gets this red liquid on them. They start doing stuff with each other, and honestly, it's just extremely creepy. At the end of the party, his alter ego buries his old self in the trunk. He then gets in the car with the devil. Her eyes are possessed. They turn to him, and then his eyes become possessed.
It looks like to me that all these artists have nothing better to do but to create demonic videos. Like, what is going on? You guys have any other idea? It's just demons, demons, demons? Or are you guys trying to tell us something? Right now, they're all doing it. Like, there's not a single artist that's not going to come out with that type of video. Think they're demonic, or you think they're just doing it for the money? Let me know in the comments what you guys think.
I'm usually pretty curious. I've stopped being curious about this because I don't want to know anymore.
You truly don't want to know anymore about it?
I think I know. I think I know what's up.
Can you articulate it?
And I think it's a really old story.
What is it?
One thing that you notice about every world religion I'm familiar with, I'm interested in that topic, there are commonalities between religions. One of them, and this is of course true for Christianity, very true, is that supernatural beings take physical form. They all believe that. The Greek myths, Jesus, most famously, they're not just shadows floating around, that they're physical. They're as real as the arm of your chair, and that they reproduce with people. It is described in Genesis as well, in Genesis 6. The religion of the ancient Hebrews or the religion of the modern Christians, Hinduism, American Indians, all the same. So if every culture in the world that we know about, who's left any kind of written or physical record, is reaching the same conclusions about something, maybe there's something there. Maybe it's not so crazy to think what everyone else has always thought since the beginning of time, but I think that's kind of what we're looking at.
He had an interview with somebody. It was either that they showed him or he found out exactly what they are. And what he's saying, it makes a lot of sense, because I've been thinking the same thing. Like, they try to push this alien agenda. I think it's to cover up the fact what they are is not aliens, but fallen angels or demons, whatever you want to call them. He also said that what he discovered, it was so shocking and so unbelievable. He doesn't think the public is ready to hear the whole story. That it will basically send the public into a panic if we find out what it is.
My mom actually just told me this. So, you know Nostradamus?
Yeah.
So he predicted, I'm going to read it for you actually. So he predicted there's going to be a zombie apocalypse in the coming years. Listen to this, listen to this. The year of the great seventh number accomplished. It will appear at the time of the games of slaughter, not far from the age of the great millennium, when the dead will come out of their graves. So my mom said maybe it's 2027.
That's the deal. That's what I was thinking too.
The seventh, right?
Yeah.
And listen. So the great millennium.
Yeah.
The great millennium. Maybe that's 2000.
2000.
That
has to be it.
It's gotta be. And then My mom also said, like, she texted me this, maybe the effect of the vaccines. Yo, on some like I Am Legend type.
Yeah. Like, I have a theory about like how zombies will come like to life.
Okay, let me hear it.
Cause like this.
If it's because of that vaccine, then I guess we all have the virus inside of us. Well, not all of us, but most of us. We're gonna have the virus inside of us, just like in The Walking Dead. I think we should all start piling up shotguns and some weapons, just in case.
Did you guys hear about this new zombie drug that's already running rampant in 9 states? They said this drug is 100 times more powerful than fentanyl, than these other types of zombie drugs that are running around right now, y'all.
Reports of a new so-called zombie drug. Police and medical officials in at least 9 states now sounding the alarm. NewsNation anchor Natasha Zuves is in the newsroom with more. So, Natasha, what do we know about this new drug?
Hi there, Nicole. It is concerning. We are tracking this new drug triggering overdoses. And you may remember the previous so-called zombie drug called xylazine or tranq. Well, now officials sounding the alarm, as you say, about this new zombie drug that is 100 times more potent than xylazine. So this new drug is based on the animal sedative medetomidine. Worsening scenes like this one in Philadelphia, the Kensington neighborhood, already overrun with tranq. And this medication is designed for animals, most typically. It is now cut, though, with drugs like fentanyl because it makes it more sedating. Users may perceive the hit as more powerful, but with high doses, the heart can slow and fail, causing sudden cardiac arrest. So I do want to show you this map tracking the spread of this. The Center for Forensic Science Research and Education releasing their findings. It is moving its way across the country. First reported in Maryland towards the end of 2022, and now it is in at least 9 states so far impacted by this new zombie drug. The latest centers are in Pittsburgh and Chicago, both seeing large-scale outbreaks of overdoses from this. This new zombie drug, Nicole, does not respond to naloxone, only worsening the current fentanyl epidemic, which the DEA says is the most dangerous and deadly drug crisis we have ever faced as a nation. Nicole.
So did she basically state that you can't treat this? Like, you cannot treat this with anything? Talk about a zombie apocalypse, y'all.
That makes it sound to me like somebody's testing out these drugs. Could it be in order to use it on the whole population? If there were zombies, I would rather the zombies be like these people. They're not attacking anybody. But think about it. If this is just a test and then they just mass produce the drug or weaponize it, let me know in the comments what you guys think.
This is the real reason why Kim Kardashian and her family are famous.
There's a conspiracy that in the 1800s, an ancestor of the Kardashians sacrificed her soul to 4 witches so that all the women in her bloodline would always have fame, success, and beauty. But on the flip side, every man in their lives would suffer because of this. Kylie literally said it herself.
Every male figure that comes and dates the Kardashian, their life kind of just goes downhill after that.
Rob Kardashian going from model/actor to having severe depression and not being able to leave his house. Scott Disick, a very successful businessman, to struggling with alcoholism and depression. Lamar Odom, successful NBA player, to dealing with addictions and overdoses. Travis Scott, one of the most successful artists in the world, has the most disastrous concert in the world, hasn't released an album in years, and has many lawsuits against him. Bruce Jenner, who transitions to Caitlyn and gets ostracized by her whole community. And then we have Kanye, and I think we all know about Kanye.
Do you guys think that is true, that any man that gets close to them is destined to have bad luck, or you think that's a coincidence? I mean, I understand their careers got ruined by them. I understand it all being maybe bad luck or it being because of them, except for Travis Scott. That's all on him. Nobody told him to go ahead and put together that satanic show he did, unless they told him to do it. You guys let me know what you think in the comments down below.
I think Left Eye's death is one of the eeriest deaths for the fact that there's a whole documentary leading up to her death, and she had said that she felt like she was going to die. There was actually a little kid that had passed away with like the same last name as hers, and she said she believed that like that was meant for her, and like she went out to Honduras to go study Dr. Sebi. And there's a whole theory that if you study Dr. Sebi, something's going to happen to you, because he's very into like a lot of natural stuff, and believe that he found a cure for cancer, and believe that as someone who had it, that would be very profitable because they make billions and billions off the chemo each year. So if they could say, oh yeah, we could help cure this or prevent this with some, I don't know, olive oil, obviously pharmaceutical companies and other things would just like decline. So a lot of people said she was supposed to bring all this knowledge back here and that was supposed to be what's going on, but obviously she didn't make it back. And she even said she didn't think she was making it back from Honduras. So her whole death is just like, she knew it was coming, and that's kind of eerie to me.
That is crazy if that's what happened to her, especially if she was really going to go and meet with Dr. Sebi. I mean, there's a whole other conspiracy around him and his death, so let me know what you think in the comments below. That being said, if you guys are still itching for some more creepy videos, you could check these out.